Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. I blog every day at kjaggers.com. That link is below just in case you want to come visit. So today I am upstairs. I am slowly getting back on schedule. It hasn't been easy. The boys are home on Christmas vacation still, and trying to find a quiet time to film is next to impossible. So I know the sun looks like it's about to set, so let's hope we have enough light. It looks bright with the lights that I have going on, so let's hope that works out. So I got some questions over Christmas I thought I would go ahead and answer now, and also give you a little update and tell you about a challenge and just kind of check in, if you will. Because I know things are changing, and I know that we're starting a new year, which I'm like totally psyched about. I just thought I would just chat with you guys for a few minutes, and I hope that's okay. So it's, you know, it's kind of working back into regular videoing, not just daily vlogging. So before I answer any of these, if you have small children around, you might not want them in the room for the beginning part of the video. Just saying. So I got a bunch of questions, and I never got around to answering them, and I thought, why not just answer them now? Because if you had them then, you still probably have them now. I've got the questions in my Midori Traveler's Notebook. I am going to do, you know, like a full video on the setup and all of that in time. So it might be late January, early February. We'll see. But if I'm looking down, that's why. So one of the questions is, did I know about Santa growing up? And the truth is, you guys, one of my earliest childhood memories is waking up, I don't know, like 3 in the morning before Christmas, and seeing my grandparents putting together either a bike for me or a bike for my brother. And I honestly don't remember which. Then the next morning, I saw the bike had From Santa on it. And I knew they were full of crap. I just knew it. I badgered them like crazy to tell me the truth about Santa. And they did their best to cover up what I saw. They did their best saying, like, Santa dropped off the bike, but he didn't have time to put it together. And they were just telling me all this stuff that I knew then wasn't true. And so every year, and it was funny because I was talking to my best friend about this. Every year they would try to make me believe in Santa with all of their little name tags, you know, to Kisha, love Santa, to Jeremy, love Santa. You know, I seen all these name tags with love Santa, and I just knew they were full of crap. And I was like evil-eyeing them, and, you know, I know Santa didn't drop these off. I know you picked them out. I know these are from you, and they really never had to tell me Santa was real or fake. And with my kids, sure, when they were toddlers, I let them believe in Santa. But once they were getting a little bit older, I didn't want them thinking, and I know this might be taking the magic out of Christmas, and some people might call me a Grinch. I didn't want them thinking that just because it's a particular day of the week, of a month, that they just get magical gifts just dropped in on them and hailed in on them for what? For no random reason. I really wanted my children to know that their fathers and I worked for their gifts. We bought what we thought we could afford, what we thought that they would want. That it's not just about the gifts or the money or any of that. And our gifts simply say love mom or dad. So, but they do know. Holiday tradition, somebody asked me about. Christmas Eve is when we always open the presents, and my hair's crazy today, you guys, just bear with me. Christmas Eve was the night when we opened presents, and Christmas Day was like dinner and playing with all the presents we got. Other traditions included, you know, like decorating the tree together, baking cookies, standard traditions. I was split up a lot between different houses, so sometimes on Christmas Day I would be with another part of my family. like my mom and my sister and my grandmother on my mom's side. So, you know, we just had normal traditions, I think. I can't think of any. When I was a kid, we went sledding a lot, and we lived by a big park. So my brother and I were able to go sledding in the snow, and that was like a winter tradition. But, you know, the holiday ones were just the regular ones. Someone asked, real or fake tree? It's been fake all of my life up until this year. And this year we cut down our Christmas tree, we brought it in, and it's still up right now. I think it's going to come down Thursday, and we're just going to take it off to the woods. How do you handle the holidays with your ex? So for me, I like to plan the holidays a lot earlier than he does. He has sometimes a selective memory and don't remember conversations, like probably any ex-husband or maybe ex-wife. And generally, it's pretty easy. Either I go up there or we switch the kids out. Usually we balance it out. Like last year was my Christmas with the kids. This year was his. But we actually both got the kids on one or the other Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. And we just are fair, generally. Why haven't you replied to my Christmas card is another one. Because I have a major stack and I'm still working on them. So bear with me. I go to the post office on Friday and I will put stuff out on Fridays. So this Friday I'll be sending out a really big stack. So stay tuned for that. Holiday dinner, turkey or ham. I showed you guys already. A ham. We always do a ham on Christmas and a turkey on Thanksgiving. Favorite holiday music? I like Kenny G's holiday album, and I'm not really big into like Mariah Carey's holiday album. I'm not really big into holiday albums, period. I like the Kenny G one, and I like Michael Bublé, if I say that right, Bublé, and just classical music, really. I don't know. And that's about it for the questions for holiday stuff. Now, I have a lot of videos planned out, and I'm going to do my best to stick on schedule, you guys. I really want to. I have, done the vlogging, and it felt heavy to me. It felt like there was so much going on, and there was not that much fun, and I felt like I was kind of being a Debbie Downer at times, and I'm sorry. And I know so many, and I mean so many of you in my last video posted amazing comments, and I couldn't be more grateful. And I appreciate you guys watching, but I felt like a Scrooge or a Grinch, and I felt heavy of sorts. And so, I like the weekly vlog, maybe 2 weekly vlogs if it's a particularly busy week. And I think that's what we're going to stick to, like I was telling you in the last video. Because, honestly, my life is just not that entertaining where I need to vlog every day. I really don't put the kids on a ton. I'm adding them in a little bit more and more. But I don't put the kids in a ton. I'm here a lot working at the house, doing the same things over and over. My husband works really long hours, and the little bit of time I get with him, I'm not always wanting to film. And a lot of times when he comes home, he's tired, he wants to eat, take a shower, and go to bed. So there's really not even that much footage that I could use of him during, like the normal work week. So I was just kind of happy to be slowing down on daily vlogging. It doesn't mean I'm quitting, because I'm not. And it doesn't mean that you won't see any more holiday vlogs, because I will. But it's hard showing I don't show every aspect anyway, but it's hard showing the aspects that we do show. A lot of people, I want to say misread them. But you're not reading, you're watching, miswatch them, if you will. I think that some people speculate on different things because they don't see a certain something in a video, and it's hard. I try to have tough skin. I try to be a good person. I try to be a good mom. I try to be a good wife and a good friend. And when I let that negative kind of stuff in, it takes away from being with them. So I'm doing my utmost not to talk about the negative aspects of YouTube or blogging. I don't want to feed the fire, and I'm only going to talk about it just a little bit right here. And I don't plan on bothering you with my problems or burdening anybody else with what I consider my problems with sharing. Because I am blessed, and I know that. I know that there's a lot of women who would like to be stay-at-home wives and moms who can't do it. And they would love to be home every day like I am. They would love to be making videos and documenting their lives. But they are working 1, 2, 3 full-time jobs or part-time jobs, or one job that's really busy, or, one job and taking care of a house full of kids. So I get it. And I don't think that I should bother my loving, close, caring, amazing subscribers with negative stuff. And I felt like the vlogs were a bit negative, and they were mine, so I was sharing it, and I know what I was sharing, and I'm sorry if they were negative. I love you guys. You're really the reason I continue. Now, the truth is, nobody's the reason I continue with my blog. I love my blog. I've loved it for years. I don't know if I would ever let it go. Maybe for little gaps in time, but never permanently. I love it. YouTube, I love because of the comments and that we interact so much with each other. But YouTube, I probably could give up, but I'm not going to give up because I really enjoy interacting with you. So if those vlogs felt a little heavy, I'm sorry. I mean, I really am sorry about that. Because if I go back and watch them, I can just feel, a little bit of complaining. But I have teenage boys, you guys, and they get in trouble quite a bit. They got ungrounded for one day and managed to get themselves grounded before 24 hours was even up. And I don't want to stick to the consequences all the time because it's winter vacation and I don't want them to be miserable. I'm just trying to find my way with both of them. It's definitely been a journey, and I plan on talking more about it. Neither of the boys care. I talked to them already about me talking about certain things on YouTube and what they don't want me to talk about and what they do and what they don't mind. And I even recorded some of that in a vlog. It was just like random, but you'll get a little piece of that. Because they were in trouble and I was sharing it, and I'm like, does it bother you? And they're like, no, not at all. So my kids aren't even embarrassed that they get in trouble, especially Jackson. And Jackson's probably the hardest child we have, and I, at this point in time, because it's kids, they can change. I am doing my very best to have patience, because it's easy to run out of patience living in a house full of boys. It just really is. And or just teenagers in general. So, I appreciate so many of your comments, and I appreciate your parenting advice, and I appreciate you taking the time for me. And as I go through this journey of parenting, not one teenage boy, but 2, and a daughter that lives with her dad, and everybody always wants to know why Brittany doesn't live here. And that's because Brittany got very involved very early in her school and in her cheerleading. So when we moved here for Scott's work, she didn't want to leave it. And it wasn't that we weren't close, and it wasn't that she didn't love me or she didn't want to live with me. She really didn't want to leave her school, her friends, her cheerleading, and I felt like I would be pulling her out of something very positive when she makes straight A's to here. And what if everything changed and her grades started dropping and all of that? And so I had to consider a lot before I just was like, okay, but Brittany is doing well, and she's well adjusted. And honestly, I don't think it's because of my ex-husband, because he works an insane amount of hours as well. They don't spend a lot of time together. Brittany really has, I'm sorry, the kids are texting me. They went to the dollar store. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But Brittany has set a plan for herself, And so far, like she explained, she has stuck to that plan. And she really wants me to trust her. She wants me to trust her decisions and trust that she knows what she's doing. And that's really hard. She's 14. She acts like she's 20. She's very mature. And I'm trying to learn to let go a little bit in terms of her. I don't want to be one of those parents who hover too hard, but I do hover, and I do want to know what's going on, and I want to be involved, and so we communicate so much. And I don't think even if we asked Brittany right now on film if she felt like I'm a bad mom, or that I'm not there with her every day and it's terrible, or she doesn't want to live with me, I don't think she would say any of that. I think she would explain it almost like I have, and I think she would tell you our relationship is really good. So, I feel confident in the way that things are going with her, and I feel confident that our oldest daughter is figuring out her path. The 2 13-year-old boys are knuckleheads, though, and so I'm sorry, you guys. I don't think that it's going to be forever. I know Jackson really wants to go, move in with his dad and do all of the stuff that we don't do. We don't do the hunting. We don't do the fishing. We don't do the guns. We do the guns a little, but not much. We just are not those kind of people. My ex-husband is. And Jackson really wants to do that stuff. I'm hoping when we get to Indiana, it will balance out. I really hope it does. And he's welcome. He can move back to his dad's. But his dad's a lot harder on him than I am. And I worry about that. I just worry about how Jackson will do there. He had a very hard time there before. So, that's that. Now, back to what's going to be happening here on YouTube. And I know so many people have questions about my kids. I've done so many Q&As. Maybe I'll link one in for you guys in case you want to see more. Because I get a massive amount of questions about my kids. And they're all happy, healthy, amazing children who are still just trying to find their ways. So, on to January. I can't believe a new year is coming. I have videos lined up all the way through, and I don't know if I'll get them up daily. I don't know what time I'll get them up. I want you to know that because I still have real life to deal with, and it's not always easy to film quickly, and it's not always easy to get things up by midnight or by a certain time, at least not for me, and I'm just not going to stress out about that. So when they show up, but hopefully they show up daily, every couple of days, more so than not. Let's just put it like that. Now for January 1st, we are starting a Love the Home You Have challenge by Melissa Michaels. I've shared this before. I have this entire book that I have read. It's not a long read. I asked you guys if you wanted to follow along to go get the book. It was less than $10. Rent it from your library for free. Or you can just follow along with the challenges that I post. So on January 1st, I will be starting this challenge, and I'll share a picture daily on Instagram. I'll do my best to do that. I'll share a weekly recap. I think I'm going to do those on Saturdays. Boy, that's weird looking. I think I'm going to do that on Saturdays. So Saturdays, I'll take you through all of the Love Your Home challenges that I did for that particular week. And I'd love for you guys to follow along. I think January is the perfect time to get our homes in order, to get things back to normal, to get prepared for a new year. And I think it will be an amazing challenge. Not every challenge is a go do something challenge. Some of the challenges are think about a special moment in your home and write it down. I'll share those moments. I'll share it all from start to finish with you guys. I'm really excited about it. And I plan on jumping ahead and hopefully getting some pre-recorded, so we don't worry if I have a really busy day and can't actually get to posting it. I'm hoping to get some, like pre-recorded and stay ahead of the game of sorts. So I really hope you guys join in and leave your thoughts on Instagram. I'll do a hashtag. I'll let you know what that is. Probably on my blog or in a day in the life vlog that shows up on Monday of next week. And Monday will be the 5th. So we'll be 5 days in pretty much at that point. But I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. And I think it's the little things that matter. Like right now I'm sitting at my desk and it is a complete mess. And I was talking to a friend and she was like, a messy desk means a lot accomplished. And that might be true, but it really needs cleaned up. And, I'm working hard to get rid of clutter, to live more simply, and to love my home, regardless if I love where it's at, if I love my neighbors, if I want to move or not. It's still what's providing us shelter, and it's still taking care of our family. And I need to recognize that. And I think this challenge, will kind of be great for that. Now, the vlogging, like I said, will continue. We'll just do our weekly vlogs, sometimes twice a week, depending on, what's going on. But I hope you enjoyed this video of just me catching up. It's just me kind of sitting here explaining, what's to expect in January. It's also me talking about, some holiday traditions that I know I didn't get around to answering. And, just letting you know how things are going around here. I am feeling a lot better. I'm not near as stressed out. I don't feel sad or worried or anxious. I feel like the boys drive me crazy sometimes, but I feel like life is slowly getting back to normal. Now, we still have a lot on our plate in terms of things we need to accomplish, bills that need to be paid off, things that need to be organized and cleaned, which hopefully this challenge will help with, and, adjustments with our kids and all of that. And those are definitely going to bring some trying and busy and stressful times. But we have a beautiful family, and I'm not going to take that for granted. I'm not going to let the bad times take over the good times or take away from all the good memories we make. I'm trying to come to the conclusion that unless there's like physical harm, I need to let the boys try to sort out most of their stuff and not get in the middle, because kids are probably going to fight. I mean, when we were having children and I had Brittany and Jackson, I never imagined them not getting along. It was not a thought in my head. And so it definitely flips me out a little bit, because I just never thought of that. And that's what I get for being naive and young and really not thinking that siblings would get along. I got along primarily with my brother pretty well. It's really not like that. And they bicker and argue. And me being the referee, the one who has to call a truce and break kids up and settle arguments, has just actually been, a little overwhelming, and was definitely overwhelming late November, early mid-December. But we're slowly figuring things out as we go, and hopefully our kids turn out okay. And all we really want for them is for them to be happy and healthy. And all I really want in terms of this YouTube channel is for you guys to be happy with the videos that I share with you. And I know that not every video is for every person. Now, I put up a lot of planner videos, and I will still put up some, but not as many, because, scrapbooking is one thing, journaling is one thing, but taking massive amounts of time for my planner is just not something I'm willing to do anymore. I don't have that time to sacrifice. I am using some stickers in my Midori, but I am working very hard to simplify things. I want life to be easier, cleaner, just happier. And I don't want my fighting teenagers to steal our joy. And it seems like something we're working on. And I don't want disorganization and clutter to take away from our happiness. And, you know, I want to take better care of myself and all kinds of things that I will be talking to you guys about in a reflecting post, in a New Year's tag, in a couple of different videos. So we're going to do quite a few welcome to a new year kind of videos, and I really hope you guys enjoy them. And I just want to again say thank you for all your love and support throughout every year, not just 2015. And I hope you enjoyed my little chatty session here. I know I kind of get a thought here, and I kind of get a thought here, and sometimes I'll get a thought and I'll just throw it out there. It just comes from random, and that's the way my brain works. It's kind of like I'm always brainstorming, and staying on one topic is hard for me. I probably should have been checked for ADHD years ago. Never have been, and don't plan on getting checked for it, but sometimes it's hard to stay on task. And even when making videos and being chatty, I know I go off the map in different directions, and that's just me. So it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please take a minute to give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you thought about anything I said. Let me know if you have any advice for fighting siblings. I ordered some books off Amazon because I really thought it would help. I also looked up some creative ways to get kids to stop fighting online, and some creative punishments for fighting siblings. I've been doing research. I have been trying, but honestly, I don't think anything is like life experience. And I have never raised two boys at the same age in the same house ever. So I know that I'm in for a lot. And I had my grandmother, my dad's mom, who I'm honestly not the fondest person of, but she was always telling me stories about her raising my dad and his brother, and basically the hell they put her through. So I think that I'm getting a little dose of that reality right now. And I do plan on coming back and talking more about Zane and Jackson, and, you know, sharing our journey with you, because we are like real parents. We don't always have time to put tons of thought into things. Things happen really fast. And then when we do put like a massive amount of thought and effort into planning something out or making things appropriate or suitable, something comes up and changes all that. And so, you know, you fall down, you get back up, you fall down, and you get back up. And I don't know, looking at those videos, and I don't know, I felt kind of sad watching them, because I want to be happier. I want to be more cheery. And now that we're out of a lot of the holiday stresses, I feel like, you know what? Let it all go and plan for Christmas and birthdays earlier, since they hit us so hard during, you know, two particular months, November and December. We are just hit so hard. So plan better too. And instead of spending hours in a planner, it's time to actually do a lot more. And I feel like I do a lot. I clean, I cook, not to some people's standards, but everybody in my house is happy with everything I do, because it's less that they do. My kids' chores are to the minimal, because I have a lot of questions, and I thought I'd make another video about that. But my kids like empty the dishwasher, fold the towels, and take out the trash and clean their own bathroom. And our house is pretty big, so that's not very much. But I don't want to act like I have everything together, because I don't, and I'm just learning, and your support has meant so much to me. So thank you for watching all of those vlogs. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for supporting me, and I love you guys. I will see you very soon. The next video, actually, I was supposed to go to the grocery store. I didn't go, and that's why the boys are going to the dollar store for me. And you were supposed to have a haul before this video, and I just didn't go. But let me see. Your next video that you should be seeing, as soon as I get to that little spot, should be maybe a New Year tag with Scott, or a haul, or December favorites, or our meals for the week. So stay tuned for all those videos. I love you guys. Happy New Year. I'll see you very soon. Bye.